Hey, welcome back everybody to another video. It's your boy Trio the Phenomenal Man. Welcome back. Man, I wanna tell y'all the experience that I had last night. Early this morning. So man, we're gonna get straight into it because I'm not gonna try to make it too long, but we're gonna get straight into it. But last night, normally I wake up around like between 3 and 5. 3 and 5 is that time that you know that you are chosen because you consistently and constantly being waked up between around that time and you're supposed to pray. It's called that you are called to be a watchman. Pray because that's when the enemy is strong of his huge attacks around that time. In the middle of the night. So a low after 3, around like between 3:20, 3:30, I just happened to woke up and like I normally do, but I didn't know why did I woke up. I was trying to figure out why did I woke up, and I was just sitting there for a few minutes and almost was going back to sleep and doze off. So before that even happened, I seen a black figure like a shadow, just walk straight past my car. And they kind of spook, like when I say spook me, it spooked the hell out of me. When you see like a shadow that like that, and you couldn't really make out what it was, and the light, was actually shining inside of my car from like the one of those light poles from the apartment complexes or whatever. So, and like I said, I normally sleep in my car, you know, for the time at the time, what I'm going through right now. But when the first shadow went past, he went past kind of quick. So, and I just happened to look through my side mirror. I seen two other black shadows. You know, these dudes was dressed in hoodies, like like in all black or whatever. So I'm thinking, I'm looking like just looking. I seen the two dudes. I don't think they had seen me when I lift up when I was trying to see what it was going at, but they so happened to stop next to the cars beside me, but in the back of me, and I was just peeking at them, and I was just looking at them to see what they was doing. Because they stopped beside each other. Mind you now, they ain't walking no dogs in the middle of that night. It's not even cold during the middle of that night. It felt so good that I slept. I cracked my windows to sleep with my windows cracked. So that's how you know it wasn't cold. So so I start trying to put things together. I'm like, dang, what if these people, coming back and try to get their car, trying to be slick in a criminal way about it. Because when I seen them, with just stopping and talking to each other or whatever, but they wasn't talking out loud. They was just like whispering, trying to see what they were gonna do. So I seen the other guy peek at my license, my license plate, which is I have no license plate. But I seen him look down in the back of my car, and so by the time he did that, he looked at me, and by the time he even get to look at me, I moved my head so he couldn't see me looking. So a few minutes went by or whatever. A few minutes went by. These dudes came out the blue, like, and started walking because I was trying to figure out where they went. They started walking. Um, they started walking in a three together. They was three together, and they just started walking in the back of the apartment complex. So I'm wondering, I'm just looking like, man, hold on, man. I hope I'm like, how these people know where I'm at, you know? Cause mind y'all now, I'm trying to stay low key for the time being until cause I'm working on things as well. Working on things and just waiting on that next move, of what God got for me, but I'm also working on myself, doing a whole lot on my end. I'm not just sitting here just to sit here, but I'm sitting right there like, man, I hope these people ain't figure out where I'm at. I hope they ain't got like a whiff, like what's going on, like like they find out where I'm at. So mind y'all now, okay. What I did was I was so kind of spooked at the time, you know. I calmed myself down. I'm like, okay, God. I'm like, maybe they did find out where I'm at right about now, cause they moving in a criminal way. Like they dressed in all black. They got the the viruses mask on, like people still wear during coronavirus and all of that. They had the mask on. I'm talking about, and one of the guys had a red hoodie on his shoulder with the black hoodie on. All three of them had black on now, black gloves and everything. So, and by the time they walk off in the back, and by the time I was just speaking to God, I was like, I think it's I think it's time for me to move. 3 something in the morning now on the road, especially where I'm at. I'm like, man, I'm like, okay. So something was telling me to move, and by the time I moved, I went to another different apartment complex where I normally used to stay at as well, sleep at in the parking lot. Man, when I get there, I park my car in the same area where I normally used to park at as well if I do go over there. So I park my car, and I was just talking. I'm like, God, if it's meant for me to go ahead and get on this road and move to a different city, just give me confirmation to let me know, cause I'm gonna be out of here. By the time they even catch me, I'll be to a different city, just to give them their run for their money, because there's no way that I'm gonna let this slip by, and especially what I got going on right now. Where else I'm gonna go? So that's everything was just playing out. So as about 5-10 minutes went by, I feel like I wanted to doze off again, but something just tell me to just sit up. Man, don't y'all know that these dudes came at the same apartment complex 5 to 10 minutes from the first apartment complex where I've been at first. They came to that place, and when I seen the first guy walk past my in front of my car or whatever, and it was another guy on his left side. He was walking in the front. The guy was on his left side. He was going like across where the other parking lots was at, where the cars be at and stuff. He came on my passenger side. I don't know how this dude didn't see me in my car, but I've kind of figured out how he didn't see me, because most of the times when they was trying to take the car when I was in the car, the tow truck people, they couldn't see me in this clear glass view for some reason. And I had to test out the car as well myself when I'm walking distance and I'm looking at my car to see to see if anybody can see in that car, like from a distance, especially at night. So by the time he get to my passenger side, he tried to open the door. He didn't see me because I'm in all black myself. I'm in all black, and just sitting in the pitch black dark, the car off and everything. My car door been already locked. So by the time he even get to reach for the handle, I done make sure and press the lock button again. He done wiggle the knob. I'm looking at him like, oh, this man didn't see me in the car. Like, I'm laid back now, pitch black dark. And the reason why he didn't came over here on my driver's seat, because it was my driver's side was like out in the open area where the light is at. The way how I was parking in the parking space in the apartment complex. If that's what y'all wondering, why he didn't came over here on the driver's side, he didn't came over here, and I see why he didn't, because the light, it was so much light that he was out in the open to try to get into the car. So I'm like, by the time I seen that, and by the time I was already praying to God before they even walk up, I'm like, God, reveal to me. Let me know, what should I do? What should I do? And that right there let me know what these dudes was up to. These dudes was going in people's cars, stealing. I'm talking about stealing any and everything what they can get. I seen the dude who was trying to get in my car. He went over there, like crossed from the cars from me, got into one of the cars and got into one of the other vehicles on the other side of me. It was a car inside of me, but it was on the other side of me, a truck. I see him get inside and I pump the trunk and everything. He done stole some shoes and all of that stuff. I'm sitting right there looking like, man, these dudes are literally robbing people's cars. The whole time I'm thinking that these people done send some people out here to see where I'm at. I'm thinking that these tow truck people still looking for me. I'm like, man, ain't that so crazy? But it was a good thing that I moved to that other apartment complex so I can know what it really was about, and to see what was going on, and I was just like, man, if I had a firearm, he would have just got blown away for some crazy stupidity, because he didn't even know someone was in the car. That's just how stupid they are, how dumb a criminal can be. He didn't even look. He just like wiggle the doorknob, to see if it was locked. He did it about 2-3 times to make sure, and walked straight off, going to the next cars or whatever. And he was just busy looking over my car to see if anybody was looking, like from the light view way. And that's why. And I don't even think he could have seen me no way, only if he could have really looked inside my car. I'm like, these clear view windows, I have no tint. Y'all can see, I have no tint. You see what I'm saying? I have no tint. But it's kind of crazy because people can't actually see in my car, like in a certain time when I'm in it. And all that is just God just blocking you from the enemies who's trying to harm you. Whatever you think that they can see, they can't see, because God is protecting you no matter what. No matter what. And early this morning, I was just waiting on the let one of the drivers know, hey, someone got into your car. I was literally sitting right here. I couldn't do anything. You know, I'm not getting involved with the law and anything like that. But I was just, waiting for them to come out so I can actually speak with them and let them know, hey, be on point and make sure your car door is locked. And when I spoke to her, the same car that I seen got broken into, the trunk and everything. Um, I called her over when she was getting ready to pull off. I got out of my car. I called her over. I was like, hey, I seen everything what happened to your car. I was like, make sure you keep your car door locked because they went through her passenger side. I guess her driver's side was locked or whatever. And she was like, yeah, I know. Before I even get to say that though, she was like, yeah, I know they broke into my car too. Cause she thought they broke into my car. I was like, no, they tried, but little do they know, I was sitting in the car while he was trying to get in the car. He didn't even see me. And she was like, yeah, yeah, and they got into my boyfriend's car too. That car I was talking about, the car beside me, but on the other side, that was her boyfriend car got broken into. I'm like, dang, the truck. I was like, dang, boy. I'm like, these little criminals out here. And then they had nerve to disappear and vanish into the woods, into like a pathway. I was like, man, it's something I never seen when I be in that area where I go, to rest in my car as well. It kind of caught me off guard because I cut my car on to follow them to see where they went at. And on the other side is apartment complexes as well. So whoever I could have seen and reach out to, I was like, man, listen, y'all be on point. Y'all got about 3 dudes and dressed in black. But these two dudes was in the second apartment complex. There was 3 dudes in the first one, but I only seen 2 of them. I was like, these dudes, I was getting ready. I was going to tell them, be on the lookout because we got people breaking in cars and all black, gloves on and everything, book bag. I was like, man, listen, just taking that chance, just driving in the middle of that night like that, man. You know, it was kind of crazy. That's the experience that I had. I'm talking about twice, less than an hour. I met up with those dudes, man. Twice, less than an hour, and that's so crazy because they was going around neighborhoods to neighborhood to neighborhood. If that the case, because like I mentioned before, the first apartment complex that I be at, that second apartment complex is 5 to 10 minutes, a 5 to 10 minute drive. That's a 5 to 10 minute drive. Now that's a low distance if you think about it. It's a low 5 to 10 minute drive distance from from where I was at. And to think about that, that's crazy how I met up with them less than an hour again, just to really see who these people were. They wasn't looking for me specifically. They was going around breaking in people's cars. So that would have me. That's the experience that I had. I wanted to share that with you guys because whenever the enemy, whenever you think the enemy can see you, the enemy can't see you. He can't see you at all. And it's so crazy because it happened to me multiple times. Not my car being broken into though, but when people can't see me in my car, enemies, trying to take the car or whatever and trying to block me from going where I'm going, getting where I'm going. And like, man, that's just how God works though. God is with you all the way. So no matter how you see it, if you think that it's just like when you walking in front of somebody and you thinking that they see you, and all of a sudden, sometimes throughout the time, people really don't be seeing you, and you can be literally in their face. That's just God blocking you from that enemy. Wherever they got going on is they trying to distract you in some way. They trying to get to you in some way before they can even get to you, it's already blocked. So that's just how protected you are, man. And I just want to say, y'all just continue on to keep praying to God and just keep in touch with Him. You gotta give it all to Him, man. We don't earn the credit. He deserve all the credit. And yeah, it's real, man. It's real. Just to see that twice happen in less than an hour, literally, there's no joke. Literally, it happened twice in less than an hour, man. I left around there around like 3:30, 3:35, if I want to say to be exact. Got around there probably like 3:45, 3:40 or whatever, because the way I drive, I'm trying to get there fast. Um, and by the time I was sitting there for like 10 minutes or so. Yeah, maybe 10 minutes, like 10, 15 minutes or so, and seen them again. I literally seen those guys again. And I was watching them for some time, man, and I was I was trying to pull up my phone to record, but I say, man, it really wouldn't make no sense to do all of that because the pace they was moving, they was trying to get into whatever car, get what they can, get out, get what they can, and move. But I was just steady trying to stay low so they won't see me in the car, you know, just in case whatever what would have happened. You know what I mean? So, and yeah, I just seen them when they was finished. I seen them vanish into the woods in the cut area or whatever. So, but it's just crazy, man, how people still living in 2025. After after all of that, man, I should be doing that stuff. You see what I'm saying? I'm the one that ain't got no place to stay. I'm the one actually struggling. Breaking people's cars. I should be the top criminal right by now. But that ain't nothing to joke about, man. But it just goes to show you how people mindset, where people mindset is at. You know, they rather just steal, kill, and destroy just to get what they can, and that's the enemy. What the enemy comes to do: kill, steal, and destroy. He's looking for anyone like a roaring lion to devour you. I'm talking about he's not playing with you. The enemy is not playing with nobody. So don't think that you got it easy and figure it out. You don't have anything figured out. Nothing. So stop being in your head. Stop being over your head so much thinking that you got it figured out when you really don't, because if you thinking that, man, you got another thing coming. You have a big thing coming. And I'm not talking about from Christ. I'm talking about from the enemy. So stay prayed up. Prayed up and keep it going. Keep pushing. Because it's dangerous.